Is he breathing?
Even the best training is not always enough when the unexpected strikes. We begin early on the afternoon of January 19th, 1991, a day that Boston Air Traffic Controller Guy Mercier will never forget.
So then you have to basically sit.
Yeah, there was no way to get out. I got you.
After you have or encounter an incident such as I encountered, it's kind of like almost a death in the family. No one really says anything to you because it's a professional environment, but everyone kind of feels bad and says, ooh, something must have happened.
Okay, we're all set? You set?
All set to go.
Okay.
In the Northeast, the weather's always changing by the hour. I issued a clearance off the ground off of Montpelier Vermont to a pilot, letting him know that there was some severe conditions on his routing. He was climbing to his assigned altitude and got about 20 miles southwest of the airport and started encountering some severe weather conditions. The clouds are really low, and I'm controlling aircraft above him and below him, so he needs a clearance to climb through those clouds.
Tower 777 Charlie Lima, climb maintain 8,000. I have routing for you after Albany. Advise when you're ready to go. Okay, right. There's clouds up here. I got light mixed night. You're about 7 to 9,000. Okay, thank you.
He was getting a little bit of icing. The problem when icing builds up on your wings is that when the plane starts slowing down, the performance is not there, and if you don't get out of the icing, the pilot has to do a forced landing wherever he is.
77 Charlie Lima, you on top at 8? Negative, I'm going at 8 now.
I realized the top of the ceiling was around 8,500. So if he got at 10,000 feet, he'd be in the clear.
Lima, maintain 105.
I issued a clearance to climb to 10,000 feet, and I noticed that the pilot wasn't climbing. In fact, he started descending.
All other aircraft to stand by, please. Except Charlie Lima, go ahead. Are you in trouble also? Go ahead. Okay, you said you need lower? You're starting to get very gobbled, sir. It might be because of the icing you picked. Yeah, how about someplace to go here? Would you like to turn around and go to Rutland? Are you comfortable with an LDA approach?
He was flying over a small airport off of his left wing, and I asked him if he wanted to land there. And the pilot said yes.
Establish, maintain 6,000. Okay, you're going to need assistance shooting that approach, sir, or you're going to look it up in your chart. Do you have the chart on?
Conditions worsened as the aircraft approached the airport.
777 Charlie Lima, your radar contact is lost. Radar contact is lost, and suggest...
He had gone below our radar coverage.
Are you receiving the localizer at all? Yeah, localizer's in and out, sir. What is your altitude now? About 5.5. Okay, sir, you should be safe at 5.5 there. From the 777 Charlie Lima, are you able to maintain at least 5.5 or climb to 6? Negative, I'm down to 4.2 now, guys.
He is in trouble now. The mountains are around 5,500 feet in that area.
Charlie Lima, what are your flight conditions now?
We lost communications with him when he was on the approach, and when we made phone calls to Rutland Airport after we lost communications, they said no aircraft landed there.
When we continue.
Here from 87.